welcome to another BESTA loadout video. I am B14, Fred, and today I'm going to be showing you two loadouts. One for CQB combat, where you need a little bit more protection and its combat is really close to each other. And second, my loadout that I use for bigger games where mobility is key and I don't want to carry a lot of gear on me. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So let's go ahead and start with the uniform because that's the same for both loadouts. For gloves, I'm rocking the PIG full dexterity gloves, the pig gloves as they call it. They're really cool. My fingers go all the way to the very ends of the glove and I really like that in a pair of gloves. So go ahead and check those guys out if you're into that as well. Moving on to the uniform, it is the Claw Gear RAL 7013 color. It's really cool. We really enjoyed that. It is one of the official BESTA Airsoft kits as well. So again, everybody's rocking this set. On my right side, a couple of patches, team patch, ID patch. And on the left side, I'll be rocking that medic patch and another ID patch. And that pretty much wraps it up for the uniform. I just have a standard old cap just to protect from the sun, Plus, it is a mesh, it is a trucker hat, so a lot of air goes through it and allows me to have a cool head all times as well. At the same time, having protection from the sun. I have the Worth glasses, not too fancy, but they do the trick and they do not seam up, which is what we look for in a pair of glasses. And that kind of sums it up for this section of the loadout. So guys, this is my first loadout, the one that I use for CQB for close quarter combat. The one where you're most likely to get BBs directly in your chest because the distances are very short. I tend to use a plate carry because again, it gives me that extra protection for my chest and for my back as well. So I really like this. It is a Combat Systems plate carrier. It is very comfortable. It has padding all over the place, so it's really comfortable, and it's very breathable padding as well, with a lot of airflow going up and down every which way of the actual vest itself. On the sides, I have two Warrior Assault Systems mag pouches. I tend to keep either mags or multi-tool in this case on this side. It doesn't slip because it has a rubber inside that keeps everything close together and it doesn't allow it to just jump out. I have 5 mags on the front. For me to be able to do this, I had to do a quick mod to the actual plate itself by just rearranging the MOLLE straps. Having done that, I was able to then fit 5 Templar individual mag pouches for the Scorpion, and this allows me to have not 5 but 6, including the 7, including the actual mag itself on the Scorpion. 7 mags for a match, and that's good if you have a Scorpion, if you know what I mean. A quick sling system here to attach the replica directly to the plate carrier when I'm not actually using, so it just rests comfortably on my chest. The weight of it all being supported by my shoulders, so that's really cool as well. I have a team patch right here. The comms are the Sword Supreme Pro. Really happy with this. It has a gel padding as well that gives it's more comfortable to have it for long hours in your ears. The Source Camelback bladder, that's really cool as well. I like this. It's very comfortable, and you can just tug on that if you want to just quickly access the water and have a quick swig. Pulls back in, and that's pretty much it for the front of the actual vest itself. I have my PTT right here on my shoulder, so when I do need to access it, I just go straight to the shoulder. I know exactly where it is, and that connects to my G7 radio on the back. And that sums it up for the front of the plate carrier. So on the back, I'm not actually showing you the sides because we already saw the sides. It's just those 2 Warrior pouches and that's it. On the back, I have a multifunction Templar's Gear pouch, which allows me to carry tools and GoPro stuff like extra batteries and extra cards, anything that I will not use except if I really needed to, because it's on the back part of my vest. Right next to it, I have my G7 on a standard old radio pouch, nothing too fancy about that, connected obviously to my PTT. This is the most interesting thing about this vest, at least in my opinion. It is the Haley Strategic Flat Pack. Why do I really like this? Because it gives me the option of extending it and packing a lot of crap in it. You know, food, extra clothes. I could fit a helmet if I want inside that thing. So it's really, really cool, and I try to have these in all my loadouts. Just your standard old medic pouch and my team pouch here. Again, this has a lot of pouches. It has a pouch here. Here, obviously, this extends, that extends. You have your main pouch over here. We do have a review on these flat packs if you want to check it out. So just check out the channel for that one. Right next to it, it's a medic pouch, a rip-away medic pouch from Templar's Gear, where I could fit, you know, stuff again that I'm only going to use in a pinch. It's stuff that if I get any sort of cuts, bruises, or if anybody that's next to me needs something as well, I can just rip it and just use it. But again, it's stuff that I never used before, and I hope I never have to use it, because it's never a good thing when somebody's injured on the field. We do have as well a video, if you're interested on that, on what type of material you can carry on field, because again, it's always good to have some. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So you can check our YouTube channel as well for that one. We have a video that has a lot of information about that. And that pretty much wraps it up for the vest. So now we're gonna move on and talk about the belt. So guys, here is the belt. It's nothing too fancy. It is just a normal belt with the cover buckle. It is from Combat Systems. I really enjoy this. Again, it attaches with the Velcro on the inner belt, so it keeps it in place, locked in place. It doesn't jiggle around when you're running or jumping up and down. I keep my belt really low profile. I don't like to have a lot of things attached to it, so here we go. On the right side, I have my Universal Warrior Assault Systems pistol holster. I really enjoy this. It allows me to keep in my Tokyo Marui G7, which is, well, I would say 90% of my team members have this one. It's a replica that we really enjoy. We really like. Again, it fits really nicely on the Universal pistol holster. Plus, it has the holster has this feature which just locks the gun into place, and you can quickly draw on it by pressing on the button right here with your thumb. And that's why I really like it. Then really fast draw. Right on the back next to it, I have a Warrior Assault Systems multifunction pouch. Here I could keep extra BBs, just regular stuff again that I'm not going to use except if I'm in a pinch. If I really need to recharge my Scorpion or anything like that, I go ahead and I take the BBs out of this this pouch in here, and then I'll take it from there. Right next to that, I have my Templar's Gear dump pouch. You just pull on that and extend it. Here we go. Here I can fit your, you know, your mags, Scorpion mags that I'm not using anymore. Just keep it on there until I can safely recharge them or put them away. And sometimes I put my gloves in it when I'm not actually using them. So it's more than just your mag pouch or your mag dump pouch. You can just dump anything in there. Hence the name dump pouch. Right next to that, I have a 511 pistol mag pouch. Again, nothing too fancy. Has the safety so you don't actually lose it when you're jumping up and down. But even so, the retention on these guys is pretty good. And inside, obviously, I have one extra Glock 17 mag. And that pretty much sums it up, except I do have, and I've never used this before, but I do have the smallest knife in the world, just stuffed in there, because sometimes you have to cut things in a pinch, like strings or anything like that, or in this knife allows me to be able to do that. Again, it's really nothing. It's just the smallest knife in the world, but I do use it, and it's pretty sharp, so I have to be careful with that. And that sums it up for the belt. Like I said, it's a belt that I use on both versions of the loadout because it's very lightweight, it's very compact, it has no tricks, no gimmicks. It is what it is, does the job pretty well, and that's it. So guys, this is my second loadout, but before we go into detail, I just want to show you one trick that I incorporated in this. that is very, very useful. So I do have the Haley Strategic Flat Pack, but I do not have it attached directly to the chest rig, because if I did, then whenever I wanted to use it or go to it, I would have to do something, and I would leave the chest rig itself kind of falling and not secure. So what I did was, through the magic of Velcro and a lot of patience, what I did was this. If I go ahead and take the buckles off of the strap itself of the Haley Strategic Flat Pack, I could just go ahead and quickly detach it from my back, and I could just use what I need, go take whatever I need, and then when I'm done with it, I can just go ahead and I can just quickly attach it again and then buckle it down, securing it. And as you can see, it's pretty easy. Here we go. Ready for action. So guys, this is my second loadout, the one that I use for longer games. Either if it's a game in the woods, mainly it's a lot of hours in the field, up and down, climbing mountains, trees, buildings, you name it, we do it. So this is why I choose to run a slicker, lighter setup. You got air flowing every which way that keeps your body temperature controlled. It doesn't skyrocket, doesn't make you sweat like when you're using the plate carrying all that gear around. So this is why I chose to set this up the way I did. Comms, we already talked about this one. It's the same thing for both setups. So it is the Sword & Supreme Pro. Really happy with that, comfortable, everything. We already talked about that. PDT goes here. Radio goes in this little pouch here, G7, already again mentioned that. On this version, and because the chest rig only allows me to do so, I'm carrying 4 mags of Scorpion. The 5th goes on my primary, so again, total 5 mags. It's not bad at all. This is the Warrior Pathfinder chest rig. Again, it comes with 2 pouches where you can store a lot of things. And this one I tend to keep medical stuff because I play as the medical specialist in my team. Whatever it's needed to revive a player, sometimes it's a bandage, sometimes it's a tourniquet, and other things goes in here. Quickly accessible just by ripping away the pouch and just using it, opening it up. This one is for the radio, already mentioned it, two patches here, the medical one. I'm a sucker for these types of patches, and the team patch. On the fronts, I have a Templates Gear multi-purpose pouch. I can put, just look at the size of this bad boy, I can put whatever I want. GoPro material, sometimes I even pack a light sandwich or a snack inside that just for quickly refill the energy, because again, this is for long hours in the field, a lot of hours. And that's pretty much it. I do have the Haley Strategic Flat Pack set up on this rig in a different way. I know I can attach it with the buckles, but if I do so, whenever I want to use the pack and I might have some, I don't know, extra food, extra BBs, whatever stuffed in there, and I want to access it, if I have it with the buckle system, whenever I take the pack off, this would all either collapse or be very loose. So if in a pinch, I see somebody, I need to whip out a mag whilst I'm using the flat pack, it would be very awkward. So I came up with the system that I already showed. It's working so far so good, really enjoyed that. And that's it for the front of the system. The chest rig, I have the, forgot to mention, the Source Camelback as well here. I like it so much that I have it on all my setups, so this is not an exception. So again, for the front part, it's done. Let's check the back. And this is the back. Again, just like I mentioned, no tricks, no gimmicks, nothing. Just your little old Haley Strategic Flat Pack. Really enjoy these pouches, these bags myself. And that's pretty much it. The standard patches that I rock here on the Velcro panel, the medic one and my team patch. And that kind of wraps it up for the chest rig. And that's it. So now for the cool part of the video. So this is my primary. It is a Scorpion Evo 3A1. I really like this platform. In the beginning I was not a fan because of the looks and everything, but I am a believer, I have to say. I converted fully. Now I don't have just one nor two, I have 3 of these bad boys, and I cannot get enough. What do I do? What do I have on this one in particular? I do have, for sights, I'm using the Vortex Crossfire sight. It is pretty cool. It is a real steel brand. So again, the benefits of that, other than warranties, are that when you do set the red dot, it just doesn't jump around when you're moving it, when you're transporting the gun with any bumps or hits that the sight could take. The dot stays where it should stay. Battery life is incredible as well. But if you want more information on this and other Vortex sights, we do have a video on that, so I suggest you check that out. Next, I do on the Scorpion, I have a grip, just your normal little grip. However, I slightly modded this grip so that the switch of my Night Evolution flashlight goes inside, and I have a switch button is right here at the front. What does this do for me? It allows me to, first of all, I don't have any things like rubber bands or anything just attaching the switch to my gun. It is safely stowed away inside the grip. I can actually use the grip without pressing the button, so the flashlight is not going to be turned on just by me just holding the grip. What I do have to do is, I don't know if you guys can see it, there's a cut here, and if I want to use the flashlight, I just press on that, and there we go. Flashlight works. So again, when I'm using the gun, I can use it by picky finger, or I can actually do like this, and I can press it like this. There's a multitude of ways of me to actually switch on the flashlight if I want to, and that's really what I wanted for what I was thinking about when I did this mod. I have this in 2 by Scorpions. The third one I'm going to do something slightly different, but then I'll show it to you guys when it's time. And that kind of sums it up for the externals of this replica. I do have a custom paint job that was done by one of our teammates, and he has done this on most of our replicas, and it looks pretty cool. The insides of this replica, I do have a couple of things that I changed. I have the electronic trigger. I changed that. I changed it to the CNC version, so that's really cool. On the back, I have upgraded the spring guide to a steel spring guide. This gives it it's more resistant to springs that pack more punch, so it doesn't break, because I read that sometimes these things do break, but this allows me to, well, expands the life expectancy of the actual part itself. And that pretty much sums it up for the Scorpion. I didn't change anything other than that, because out of the box it is really freaking good. Again, I was not a fan, but now I became a believer, converted fully, and that's it for my primary. So that wraps up today's video. I brought you 2 loadouts for the price of 1, and that's a pretty sweet deal if you ask me. Please feel free to check our YouTube channel for other loadout videos, but it doesn't stop there. We have gameplay videos, reviews, you name it, we probably got it already. Plus we have a lot of exciting stuff coming your way, so again, stay tuned, stay safe.